What do you really need to know about targeting on Facebook, Instagram, and Meta, especially for courses and coaches? And how do you get the most from your targeting? That's what we're diving into in this video. As a coach, course creator, or consultant, you're not selling a little physical product like e-commerce. So you're not always able to see an obvious, super easy return on investment. Your ultimate big offer is likely a more expensive, larger investment from your audience. So not a $20 product, but a $200, $2,000, or even $20,000 product. Certainly more than the price of a lip gloss. And whether you're starting with a free offer or a small paid offer, targeting effectively is going to be night and day for your growth and your profitability. If we haven't met before, I'm Josh Ubaldi, and I am here to inspire you to advertise your courses and coaching, to let your people know who you are and what you have to offer, and to fulfill your purpose and mission in the world and do more good that we need to see. I love coaches and courses, and we all know how real challenging it can be to market and advertise your courses and coaching. And today we're talking all about targeting for Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Meta ads, and even those ads that follow you all over the internet. And I'm going to refer to them all as Facebook. Great targeting is all about connection. It's about matching your offers with the very best people to become your future customers by asking Facebook with very specific requests. The more you know about who they are, what excites them, and what connected them to you in the first place, the easier you're going to make it for Facebook to find the best customers for you. And if you're just starting out or truly not getting the results that you really want, you can also use ads to find out more about your future customer. We're going to talk all about in the next video, all about testing. So be sure not to skip that one. So how specific does targeting really need to be? Why can't you just ask Facebook to show your ads to everyone and let the algorithm do the hard part? Because it's super expensive. Even if you had the biggest budget in the world, the more specifics you can give Facebook, the better it's going to be for that algorithm to take that information and find your best ideal customers sooner than later with a really healthy budget. Because we know that most people will not be ready to buy your biggest offer as soon as they meet you, your customer journey is just that little bit longer. And targeting is really the first step in making that customer journey both affordable and truly great for both your audience and for you. You'll always get the biggest bang for your budgeting buck by doing this all inside the Ads Manager, where you can manage all of your advertising. If you're ever going to boost a post, you will still make targeting choices, but you will never ever be able to make the most of our 3T ad success strategy. So that's enough reason so you can stop boosting posts immediately. Do all of this directly inside the Ads Manager. How do you start targeting on Facebook then? First off, your total audience is actually broken up into two main groups: your cold audience versus your warm audience. Now, in general terms, your cold audience are usually complete strangers who have not yet truly been introduced to you. And in terms of your customer journey, they're usually starting right at the start of that customer journey. Your warm audience, on the other hand, actually has been introduced to you before, and they're usually starting on that customer journey a little further in. And so because of this, we want to treat these audiences a little differently. Let's start with your warm audience. For them, you will always retarget them. Now, you may have heard this word before in one of the earlier videos where we talk about retargeting. And this means simply to target them again and again and again. We truly never want your warm audience to forget about you or your offers or taking that next step in your customer journey. You get to retarget them with ads like holding their hand as you take them from step to step to step in your customer journey. And these might be little steps and they might be big steps. But as long as you're retargeting them along the way, nobody will ever be left out or fall off the journey. You especially want to target them for any paid offer you're making, like buy now. You never want your audience to forget to complete a purchase or a sale. And you can also always retarget them for any very important event where you might be making a sales offer, like don't forget to join the challenge or sign up now for the webinar, so that they remember to both sign up and show up. Inside the Ads Manager, you retarget your warm audience by using what are called custom audiences that you create in advance. Cold audience works much differently from warm or retargeting. Facebook uses what I like to call the cycle of awesome. So as Facebook is able to find buyers or leads or registrants for any of your offers, it's going to take those results, feed them back into the search criteria, and the algorithm is going to crunch all that information together to continue to find better and better and better people. It is very much wax on, wax off, and it gets stronger and stronger at finding the best people for you at the lowest possible cost. And here's an early pro tip. Anyone can become a buyer. If you're able to match your offer to your audience's wants and desires, anyone can become free to buy. We're never really just looking for that one little group of buyers that's hidden somewhere inside of Facebook targeting. Ultimately, when someone asks me, just find me buyers, we really get to explore how to create more buyers already from their audience. So even if you just have one single coaching offer or one course, you still have the opportunity to create far more buyers. So how do you target this cold audience? Inside the Ads Manager, there are two primary ways to target: lookalike audiences and interests. Lookalike audiences are exactly what it sounds like. These are people who look like a defined group of people, like your buyers or leads or even engagers. So if you already have a list of buyers, you can ask Facebook to simply find more people like them, or leads or engagers. You simply start with whatever you have. You are always enough to start, and let Facebook find whatever you have to begin with. You just start with whatever you already have and ask Facebook to find more people like them. Interests are different. With interests, you're asking Facebook to find people who are interested in topics or themes. Interests are usually what most people are thinking of when they think about targeting. Some topics might be people, like Oprah or Brene Brown. Technically, it will be the people who like their pages on Facebook or profiles inside of Instagram. A theme, instead, might be something like yoga. So it's not just one yoga page, but a grouping of people who are interested in content or pages all about yoga. And of course, we always have the basic demographics to cover all your bases: age, gender, location, and language. Okay, it's time for a serious pro tip. While targeting is always about finding people you want to reach, targeting is also about definitely finding people you do not want to reach. And these are called exclusions. You definitely want to exclude all the people who don't need to see those ads. One audience to always exclude is the people who have already taken that offer. So if you have an offer for a lead magnet or a webinar, you'll simply exclude the people who already became a lead or who have already joined a webinar. Cool, right? I really want you to stop wasting even one single penny of your budget by sending ads to people who already know you, unless they are specifically retargeting ads. Finally, here's another pro tip, and this one makes all the difference in the world, especially for courses and coaches. Keep niching down. When you niche down and you get more and more focused, you actually are creating a streamlined way to find your ideal customers faster and grow more quickly. It seems so counterintuitive at first to niche down until you start to see it work for you. Don't worry about leaving people out. Just stay focused on finding your ideal customers and giving them a gorgeous customer journey. For courses and coaches, this is going to help you save your budget and find your better buyers faster. So let's recap our main points. 1, a clear customer journey will make all of your ads easier and more profitable. 2, coaches and course creators struggle with ads because they tend to advertise like it's e-commerce, and that tends to never work out. 3, the cycle of awesome is all about feeding the algorithm with quality buyers, leads, and results so that Facebook can find more people like them. 4, if you do nothing else, always retarget your warm audience, especially when you have sales offers to bring revenue to you quickly. 5, find your brand new cold audience through lookalikes and interests. 6, always save your budget by excluding audiences who don't need to see those ads. And here's your high-powered bonus. Keep niching down and stay hyper-focused on your ideal customer. In the next video, I'm gonna show you everything that you get with testing, how to test and what to test. Most people who say that ads can't work or don't work have never even gotten to testing. So I'm gonna show you the fast track on how to get the most out of every single penny that you spend.